You are about to watch a Frontline Fatalities shoutcast, brought to you by the Frontline Network.
Sup, COH fans, and welcome to episode 26 of Frontline Fatalities Season 3, brought to you by the Frontline Network, presented by me, FatalSaint, and my good friend Tommy. What's up, Tommy?
What's up, Fatal? We are here to bring you a game on Colony Firma Summer here today. Between two great players, we're going to be seeing Titty Twister is going to be going up against VindicareX, so we should be in for a really good little stomp.
Yep, hopefully we can see some nice stuff going on in this game, and I already see that VindicareX has chosen the mechanized assault doctrine, and I'm pretty sure one of our commenters on our YouTube comments asked for replays with assault grenadiers, so maybe we'll see some from VindicareX today. We're at the 5-second mark. You ready to go?
I am ready.
Unpause in 3, 2, 1, unpause. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And it's gonna be assault grenadiers straight off the bat for VindicareX.
Wow, okay, so he is clearly going into this game with a game plan in mind.
Yeah, 0 CP, commander choice, assault grenadier opening, not building his tier 1 building. Let's see if he complements that, because I'm pretty sure... Was that Vindicare as well? We casted a game on Road to Kharkov and there were assault grenadiers, or was that maybe a 2v2? I can't exactly remember.
I'm not sure we've even seen assault grenadiers in a cast before.
No, I'm sure. I know. Yeah, because I remember them tearing up conscripts. But maybe that was one of the casts I did with Ipkaifang when you were sick.
They've changed though, I think, haven't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Or did they always look like this? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they always looked like that. I'm not exactly sure.
Okay.
Looks like a mix of 4 Grens and a P-Gren. It's like one guy with different skin.
Oh,
he's
yeah,
got
there's one guy with a different skin.
Not exactly sure where he's going for. He's going directly for the enemy fuel down here in the south. And Twister is sending his combat engineers and initial conscripts down south. Or, well, he was. His conscripts are now going up north. But yeah, he's not going to get this fuel. Not with one combat engineer and 1 conscript squad against assault grenadiers and heavy cover. It's just going to take forever.
Looks like Twister's going to come in, maybe try and stop the cap here. I don't know, he can't really get quite close enough.
Yeah, he needs to do something, but a very good stalling tactic from VindicareX, sending his assault grenadiers straight for this enemy fuel down here. But at the same time, he's not capping in the north, so he's not going to get his own fuel, and this fuel is still unconnected. He's going to try and actually come in from behind with a second assault grenadier squad, and he is building his tier 1 building in his base, so it's going to be a bit of a mix. 2 assault grenadiers into tier 1 for VindicareX.
Interesting opening. How much do those assault grenadiers cost?
Assault grenadiers are now 320 manpower. They did... When the commander was released, they cost less, and it felt like it was too cheap, and you could basically skip tier 1 completely and just get assault grenadiers. And then they changed it to have a munitions cost, and that became too much, so they basically just increased the manpower cost. So they're 320 each, which is fairly pricey. But they are very powerful, but they don't really scale well in the mid-late game or so. Especially, you know, when vehicles hit the field, they basically have no counters to it.
Right. That's always been the problem with these, you know, sort of high-octane submachine gun armed infantry. I mean, it was the same in Vico, wasn't it? You had units like Commandos, you know, highest DPS of any infantry unit in the game. But as soon as a Puma comes...
yeah, it's over. Game over.
It's over. Unless the Commandos get a Shrek, of course, in which case you had arguably the best unit in the game.
Yeah, but obviously that relied on your opponent dropping one.
Yeah, giving you a Shrek.
Yeah, giving you a
exactly.
Shrek. Just don't give the Commandos Shreks. It's not good. Very, very bad.
No, it's very bad.
I think it's probably bad here too. I'm not exactly sure about how the weapon slots work on assault grenadiers, all of them having MP40s. But... you know, you could potentially drop a PTRS from a guard's rifle maybe, and they could probably fight off a T-70 or something, but something bigger like a T-34 or whatever would just run them over.
Yeah.
Because they have no Faust, so they basically have no deterrent of keeping the vehicles at bay from getting crushed, like a normal Grenadier squad having the Faust. If a T-34 goes in for the crush and crushes the guy holding the Faust, he still gets a damaged engine, generally.
Exactly, yeah.
So we got some Grens and conscripts here, so it's going to be 2 assault grenadiers, 2 Grens for VindicareX so far. What do we have for Twisters?
Twister is going for a very heavy conscript opening. He's going for 5 conscripts and Molotovs.
I'm pretty sure we saw this last game we casted as well, episode 25. It was 5 conscript build, wasn't it?
Yes, I think you're right.
Maybe that's new meta, 5 conscripts. Get more meat bags, I'm not sure.
Bit of a dance between these assault grens and the conscripts down here, right next to the Soviet base. Going to be decapping some of these crucial cutoffs.
Yeah, but Twister is just going right up there and getting that cutoff once again. VindicareX trying to cut him off from the north, and it is cut off right now, but it's going to be connected very soon again as soon as Twister is able to reconnect the northern cutoff there. The one outside of his base doesn't really matter too much, but yeah, he's going for all the cutoffs. This reminds me of last game where we casted, was it Daniel D versus Barton? Where Barton was basically doing the same thing, just going for the cutoff over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Not exactly sure if it worked out. Obviously, spoilers, anybody not seeing the last episode. It worked out for Barton in the end, but I'm not exactly sure, you know, his cutoffs moved. Yeah, I don't think that was why he won.
It seemed to really come down to the tank battles in the end of that game. I think you really can play it either way. I mean, you know, a bit like Vico, you know, you could play Ver in a way where you just focus on going for those cutoffs, try and get the base spin, or you could try and play a lot more defensively, a lot, you know, campier, and try and hold onto the resources yourself and then play the long game.
Yeah, obviously you could go for cutoff move with, you know, MG play maybe on, you know, Sumwaski summer spring version. It doesn't really work on the winter version because you can just traverse over the ice everywhere on the whole map. But on the summer version, it should be possible, just like in Vico. Just get MGs, get the cutoff, just sit there and laugh. And the other guy has to like walk across the whole map to get out the other way, and then you have an MG there too. It's just like, oh, that didn't work.
More assault grens. Oh, they're going to be ripping these conscripts a new one.
Oh, Gren up in the north, however, from Vindicare, retreating at very low health. One-man squad, a full-size conscript squad, cuts them down on retreat. And down in the south, I see the assault grenadiers are still holding steady, but they are outgunned.
Buck out of there real quick. We have tier 2 now being built now, support weapon building from the Soviets. We'll have to see now whether this is just going to be used to leapfrog.
For some reason, the tractor down in the south at the fuel just exploded randomly. that was very strange.
Fuel left in the gas tank.
I don't know what happened. There was like nothing in the vicinity. The conscripts were shooting at the retreating assault grenadiers, and the tractor just spontaneously combusted. Okay then. Random stuff is random. This is Company of Heroes though. So we have an MG added on to Vindicare's X army composition. He did lose that one grenadier squad, so he's down to 2 assault grens, 1 gren, and now this new MG as well. But he's not really doing that well fuel-wise. He's got an LMG upgrade on his remaining gren squad, which is somewhere. Here it is, just exiting his base. He does have his medic bunker up for healing in his base, but no tech to be seen so far. At least he hasn't built the buildings.
We have a cheeky little mine here, T-35 mine, been laid by Twister just near his cutoff in the south here. That's gonna maybe detonate on these Panzer Grenadiers as they run down to go for the cutoff once again. This could be really nasty as they're kind of low health.
Oh, assault grenadiers biting the dust. Only one guy though, so they were a bit split up. That was fairly lucky. He could have lost several members of that team there. Nice Molotov on the assault grenadiers though, standing right in the flame. MG and LMG equipped grenadier is trying to keep them at bay, but the conscript squad gets into the church with 4 men. He could possibly use a rifle nade to try and flush him out right now. He does force off one of the conscript squad that forced off the assault grenadier squad, eating that Molotov in the face. And he's just going down south for this fuel to cut off again. Here comes another conscript squad for Twister, however.
He's going to be running straight into the waiting arms of an LMG equipped Gren though. Another Molotov going in.
Just forcing the LMG guy on the Gren squad to move away. He can't shoot while moving. It buys you a lot of time. Oh, wow. Oh. Assault grenades. Oh, the conscript just get out of the building and get back in. He only suffered 1 casualty. That's very surprising. But he's very low health. The MG was pointing his way, is forced to retreat when it gets flanked and shot down on retreat as well. Twister's just reaping right now. It's just ripping everything to shreds.
Yeah, this could be really dicey now, having lost that MG.
Well, he could potentially, you know, recrew it with the assault grenadiers. He's down to 4 men, still possible, but
recrew though.
Yeah, very
he's
very
going to lose his opportunity to recrew now because he's probably going to lose another man here.
This might be a very bad engagement for Twister, though. He gets out of the church, 3-man squad, very low health, 2-man squad as well on retreat, but he manages to get both conscript squads out of the way. And right now, there's a bit of veterancy on VindicareX's unit, but he still only has 2 assault grenadiers, the 2 he started with, and 1 Gren. He lost the MG now as well, and the Pio, obviously.
And as you said before, he's still not doing very well in terms of fuel. I mean, he hasn't really held a whole lot of fuel. He's cut off Twister a decent amount, but he hasn't really held any for himself.
Twister must have enough fuel. I can see in his space that tier 3 is up, so
tier 3 is up and he's sitting on 52 fuel with a plus 13 income.
He's gonna be waiting for that T70, I think, and it could be extremely lethal against this unit composition. The only thing that VindicareX has now is, you know, the potential for 1 Faust from 1 Gren. The Assault Grenadiers can't do anything about a T70. He doesn't have any tech in his base, no tier 2 building or tier 3 building, nothing.
Yep, T70 is on the way. It's going to be here in about 20 seconds time. We've seen our first upgrades on the conscripts, and we've got SMGs have been rolled out. We're going back to a very old school commander choice here from Twister. He's gone down for, I think this is shock tactics. He's got access to shock troops, the heavy mortar, SMGs, and the IL-2.
Oh, it's one of the semi-new ones. So the south has been cut off for Twister for a very long time, actually. So he hasn't gotten that fuel income. So I guess that stalled his T70 a little bit. It is on the field now, however.
Yep.
And I can see the tier 3 building is coming up for Vindicare. So it's a tier 1 to tier 3 directly for him. He does have enough fuel after constructing the tier 3 building to instantly start building a P4, which he sorely needs right now against his T70. He's got nothing on the field. No presence whatsoever that could stop or make, you know, even the slightest dent in this T70 right now. That Grand Squad with the Faust is the only thing that could potentially, you know, the only thing they can really do is delay it. He can't just use 1 Grand Squad and sit there and eat the T70 main gun in the face, waiting for the cooldown from a Faust to go down so he can fire another one to potentially, you know, damage it even more. Just not going to be plausible. So he really needs that P4, which he's building right now.
Some nice use for assault grens up here in the north. Vet 2 on those guys now.
Yeah, they tend to do a lot of damage. Mainly it's damage. It obviously gets a lot of kills as well, but with the MP40s, they do a lot of damage, and you get XP for that as well. I think the PPSHs on the conscripts, though, should be a fairly nice counter to these assault grens.
Well, it's sort of assault weapons versus assault weapons, really.
Yeah. Gives the conscript a fighting chance, I think, because especially in the early game where there's no PPSHs and even, you know, maybe not even any Molotovs, it can be very, very hard to fight off the assault grenadiers.
Nice flank here by the conscripts, getting in really close now, and here's the T70. Vet 3 now on that assault grenadier squad.
Nice Molotov thrown, though, however, forces them to retreat. Here is the P4 now, and this T70 needs to get out. It manages to dodge the first shell from the P4, but he is in hot pursuit. Nice hit there. He does decrew that MG, however, and it might be a steal. There's a 5-man conscript squad. Wow, T70 dodges another shell from that P4. Not exactly sure. Oh, wow. Ah, he fouls the carcass, and the T70 is toast. But Twister is sitting on both of the fuels now on Kolodny Firma. Down in the south.
Look at his map control.
Yeah, down in the south, an assault grenadier squad for Vindicare was forced to retreat the Vet 2 squad, and the Vet 3 squad is reinforcing back at home in the German base. But look at just look at the map dominance from Twister right now. Not exactly sure.
He's managed to stack up. I have a feeling that these assault grens, you know, the fact that they need to get in so close, and the fact that they probably give out so much XP, it's meant that, you know, we're seeing a lot of veterancy on these conscripts now, all armed with SMGs too. We got a Vet 3 conscript and 3 Vet 2 conscripts.
Yeah, they're easily going to be able to fight off these assault grenadiers, I think. I think that the conscripts with the PPSHs should be able to beat out these assault grenadiers. At least they should equalize the you know, the playing field a little bit.
Yeah, when you throw in Molotovs as well.
Yeah. Just forcing them to relocate and get shot in the back.
So we have an AT gun out. That's a sort of a stopgap measure here from Twister, and it's going to be a nice little thing to to have in the back lines to fall back on. But he is now building himself a T-34, so it's going to be his hunter killer.
Yeah, that's what I expected from Twister right now. Having that AT gun as, you know, just overlapping fire for the T-34 if the P4 is, you know, getting a little bit frisky and is trying to get at your T-34. If you have that AT gun in the back and it can't really pursue a damaged T-34, you can get it back to safety. The P4 can't really do anything about it. And the P4 is really the only thing that can kill a T-34 right now for Vindicare. He's got nothing else. As he skipped tier 2, there's not going to be any packs. And, you know, the only thing he can get from tier 1 is Faust on the Grens, and he still only has 1 Gren. And he's lost, I think, 2 MGs now. So assault grenades up here in the north at the munitions point at the conscripts in the building. There's the T-34 right now, but an AT gun is gonna have to move through the center where the LMG equipped Grenadier squad is from VindicareX. So it might cut him off, I'm not sure.
18-8s are now upgrading. Can be done in just a minute.
If you can just slow down that P4, get a nice hit off with the AT gun, finish it up with the T-34, that should be plausible. We got a sniper out now from Vindicare as well. You very rarely see snipers nowadays.
I wonder if that was a counter to the AT gun at all.
Maybe the better Gren conscripts? Maybe the AT gun?
Grens in the church just wasted a load of conscripts. They're now being sniped out as well.
Up here in the north, a conscript squad, Vet 2, fleeing from this Vet 3 LMG equipped Gren. He is forced to retreat, however, the P4 moves up, takes a nice shot on the T-34, and this AT gun can't really get on the flank. It has no support. Is that a Maxim or the stolen MG? That is a stolen MG.
That is a stolen MG, yeah. Very dangerous.
We have a mortar out now from Vindicare. That's got to be a response to the AT gun, clearly. And the building usage as well.
Mortar plus sniper is pretty well set when it comes to dealing with that AT gun now.
Down in the south, Assault Grenadier squad was trying to get past the firing angle.
Well.
Very close. Not close enough though.
Another combat engineer is produced to repair the T-34. But otherwise, Twister is sort of, he's sitting on a large bank of munitions. He's got 175 munitions in the bank, but nothing to really spend them on right now. 70 fuel, so he's still a little way away from being able to afford himself another T-34, but otherwise he seems to be in a very good position. I mean, just look at his map control. It says it all, really. He
grabbed the northern fuel, and he's grabbing the southern fuel as well, so he should be able to produce another T-34. Not long. Shouldn't be too long now. With both of the fuels connected, he's gonna lose the one in the north to the Pios there, but it's gonna be connected for a little while at least, before it gets decapped. Oh, nice use of the artillery barrage.
So that was a direct hit that did nothing.
I think it hit just in front of the green cover. And now it's just hitting the P4 carcass. Very unlucky.
It's always the last shell that hits direct on.
Yeah.
Like, this is where I wanted the first shell to land.
It's always like that, both in Company of Heroes 2 and in Company of Heroes 1. You know,
yeah,
like
the final
the howitzer or something.
They must have like ninja changed it, so the last shell is always exactly where you want it to be.
100% accurate.
Do you remember that time when we saw an off-map 105 hit the same place 5
Dug
times
a big
in a row?
Big old hole.
Massive hole.
Big old hole. I think we've only, like, literally only seen that once.
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
It was not a small hole either.
No, like it was deep.
Big old hole!
Deep. Like, I've never seen a hole that deep.
Pretty funny that actually could even happen.
I guess, yeah, the odds must have been really low, but... So what do we got here now? We got ourselves a second T-34, so it looks like we're going to be building up the T-34 army once again to take on the P4s. I feel like I've seen this somewhere before.
Yeah. And these Assault Grenadiers down here in the south, not gonna have a fun time. He's gonna get the decap on a strategic point and then just retreat away from this T-34. There's nothing in the vicinity to stop this right now. The P4 is up here in the north. We got a Stug actually out from Vindicare. It's not a bad idea against T-34s. They're okay against the T-34s. Obviously you gotta take care so you don't get flanked. And especially against the AT gun, which tend to penetrate even the frontal armor of the Stug. Its health is fairly low, so if there is actually penetrating shots, it does a load of damage to it. But if you just stay away from the T-34, fire at max range, it does good damage.
Well, it does have a very good range, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It outranges most other conventional tanks.
It's pretty good. I like the Stugs, but they are
they're
underperforming
in
a bit.
really.
Yeah. T-34 killers, basically. Oh, gonna be a Faust on one of the T-34s right here. There is a Comet Engineer squad somewhere in the building. So where's this AT gun now? It is gonna open up on this P4 in the center. I think he was trying to go for that T-34, which got a damage engine, but he ran into way too much opposition.
Our first unit of shock troops has hit the field. Looks like Twister's finally had enough of dealing with these assault grens, especially this Vet 3 squad. He wants to bring the real firepower now.
Yeah, the shock troops should, with its superior armor, I think, just roll over the assault grenadiers. They're Vet 3 though, so they get a few buffs, so I'm not exactly sure who's gonna win that engagement in a vacuum. We're probably not going to be able to see that in a vacuum anyway. There's always something else butting in.
Well, we might get to see Vet 3 assault grens versus Vet 2 conscripts.
Yeah, they're taking quite a bit of health damage. They're dealing a lot more damage to the conscripts though. But yeah, you see, they could stand up and they did pretty good damage. Assault nades used on the second conscript squad.
Don't kill a single man.
That reminds me of, yeah,
It does remind me of Vico, yeah.
Yeah, assault grenades.
They were so bugged in Vico. Oh, they were so bugged. They did all kinds of weird stuff like
they kept changing them
on retreat.
Didn't they keep changing them back and forth, back and forth? Yeah.
Yeah, they used to be worse in 2.601. They made them a little better in 602.
They're okay. They're not that great.
Yeah, you would never go down right hand side blitz before left hand side.
No. Always go for Stu.
Oh, nice! Look at that smoke grenade to cover himself from the P4.
Yeah, he wants to grab this this VP right now because Twister is sitting on 471 VPs compared to Vindicare, which is at 334. So he's the one losing out on VPs right now. But still, anything could happen in this game. I think it's gonna come down to, you know, yet another massive tank battle somewhere.
Yeah, it'll be the T-34s and the P4s that decide this. Because the infantry game so far, I'd say a little bit more in Twister's favour, but not by much really. Not by much, and especially now you can see the map is more or less equalizing.
Yeah, and I think the assault grenadiers from Vindicare has been doing very well. He's been taking some casualties here or there. He's been retreating away from the vehicles as fast as possible, at least. So he hasn't just been sitting there taking casualties, which, you know, equalize to just taking loads of manpower damage from reinforcing the assault grenadiers. But when he's been in infantry battles, obviously he's been trading with the conscripts, and the conscripts are cheaper to reinforce, but at least he's generally getting more kills on the conscript than the conscripts are getting on him, even with PPSHs. But he's taking casualties anyways.
Oh, strafe's been used on the sniper.
And it misses everything.
It did miss everything.
Oh, Pyro Squad gets cut down, however, and that VP in the north is going to remain neutral. Down in the south, T-34 and a conscript squad is going to grab that VP. I think he was... yeah, he had a Vet 3 Gren squad there, which is retreating back to his base right now. Top gunner on the Stuk, trying to shoot down that Soviet plane. He's going to be coming in again against this P4. It's a little bit of damage. Not much,
a little bit.
But a little bit.
Just enough to tickle him.
He's gonna be coming back again. Take a few more passes. I'm just waiting for the plane to crash. The top gunners. I want to see the top gunners shoot him down, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen.
Okay, Vet 3 conscripts versus Vet 2 assault grenadiers. Who's gonna win? Whoa! Come on, Stoke. You had to go and ruin it by two shots in front of you.
I think he got 2 or 3 infantry kills in one shot.
Yeah, he did.
The Stug. That's not bad.
It's not every day you see that. So here we go. T-34 is rolling right up here. I don't know if he realizes there's a P4 just waiting for him.
I think it's after the German sniper here. He's going to be focus firing down on retreat. Nice hit, but the T-34 needs to get out now. might be a problem, but the P4 doesn't seem interested to pursue it, and it's going to get AT-nated most likely by these Vet 2 conscripts. Yeah, there it is. Vet 3 conscripts, sorry. But there's still the Stug and the P4. In with the damage engine, one T-34 is not going to be able to take him out. Forces the country to retreat. Down here in the south, the Vet 3 Grand Squad was most likely trying to Faust this T-34 coming in from the flank. Doesn't get the Faust off, however, before the T-34 leaves. Second T-34 hit. Was that a teller mine or something? What happened to that T-34 up in the north? It had a destroyed engine. Whoa!
Oh,
That was a... Was that an
simultaneous explosion?
It must have been the AT gun. The AT gun has one vehicle kill, and that's the only vehicle that's been destroyed so far. There hasn't been any half-tracks or stuff like that, because there's no Tier 2 from VindicareX. So a trade, T-34 versus Stug, fairly, you know, 50-50 trade.
Yeah, it's
almost.
pretty even, isn't it?
Very even.
But the P4 remains alive, and that's the crucial thing. But look at this, we have four Vet 3 conscripts armed with SMGs. 4 Vet 3s.
And they got some veterans too. These poor shock troops haven't had a fun time though. They got sniped at for a while. They got P4'd in the face. They haven't been able to find any infantry somewhere just to roll over them. Just run in with their superior armor and just kill everything. Oh, and this AT gun, Vet 2, very low health. Gonna get the assaultnated. Surely going to finish off that.
Now where's that P4? Here it is, rolling in the nick of time.
There is one T-34 to fight this P4 right now, and the P4 is better than the T-34 when it comes to AT duties. Oh, we have a Tiger call in from Vindicare as well.
Vet 3 conscripts went down.
Oh, in the center? I missed it.
In the center.
I was looking at the Tiger coming in for VindicareX, which is going to spell disaster for Twister now. Oh, it's gonna be... Oh, he stops right in front of it. He might be able to get the P4. He gets the shot deflected. AT gun is recruit. T-34 gets taken out by the Tiger. AT gun is trying to get a second shot off. Oh, here goes the P4 at Vet 2. That was a nice kill. He needed that. He loses the crew on the AT gun to assault nades yet again from these Vet 3 assault grenadiers. However, there's a new Vet 3 country squad in the center now. AT nades. That Tiger does get a penetrating shot. Recruits the AT gun, forced retreat. AT gun is most likely going to get killed by this Tiger combined with infantry from Vindicare as well in the center. But he traded the T-34 for the P4.
That's a good trade, I'd say, if you're the Soviets, but it would have been better if the Tiger hadn't just rolled up.
Yeah, very good timing for VindicareX, floating all that manpower. I was wondering what he was waiting for. Obviously, it was the Tiger.
Oh my god!
Wow, what a hit!
So yeah, goodbye conscripts. We have an Su-85. That is the answer.
Oh, he kept teching. He got 2 T-34s and kept teching.
He did indeed.
Interesting. Very
so
interesting.
Now has access to Su-85s, which theoretically can kill a Tiger, given they have much longer range.
Yeah, he's gonna sit at range. Just peg away at this Tiger right now. It's very powerful though. The frontal armor on the Tiger. It's going to be able to deflect a lot of the shots from the Su-85. But he didn't get topped off. His engine is still damaged. His Pios are forced to retreat due to the stolen MG42. Gets a nice shot off with his Su-85. Infantry Horde is back, both from the German player VindicareX and Twister.
That MG42 is loading. It's reloading. A huge hit from the Tiger there. Takes out a whole bunch of assault grenadiers. More assault grenades go in there. These Vet 3 assault grenades. Oh no! Was that a... I think that was a Vet 3 or Vet 2 grenadier, or possibly assault grenadier that went down on retreat there to the Su-85.
I think it was the assault
sitting there as a backstop.
Well, Vindicare's army is super small right now. He's got 1 remaining assault grenadier. He lost that second one there in that engagement. He's got 1 Gren and a Pio and a neutered Tiger without a proper engine.
Well, both armies are pretty small. I mean, we've lost 3 conscripts from Twister's side. He's down to just 2 now.
Oof.
And the assault grenadiers. That's it for regular infantry.
Ooh. But Twister does have the map in his favor. He's grabbing that VP in the center as well, and this Su-85 is just dominating this Tiger. It just can't do anything. He can't do anything about it. He's got no pack, no P4 to circle strafe this Su-85 or anything whatsoever. He's got, you know, the possibility of using a Faust on it now. But Twister has expanded his army with a T-34. Very good mix. You know, he's going to be able to handle the infantry, the very few infantry squads left from Vindicare, with a T-34 and his Vet 3 conscripts, and then just use the Su-85. And Vindicare knows this and throws in the towel.
Yeah, he's had enough. He's had enough. I think that was the last straw there. Watching his Tiger get blown to bits from long range.
Yeah,
while he just could do nothing about it.
It would take him ages to actually repair it. He had a second Pyro squad cooking in his HQ, but it would still take him a very, very long time. He would be triple capped on VPs because, you know, the T-34 could relocate anywhere on the map fairly quickly if Vindicare started capping anywhere. So, you know, if he went for the VP just to stop the drain, T-34 would go down there, stop the infantry from grabbing the VP, go down there with one of the conscript squads, Vet 3 or the shock troop squad perhaps, and just get it back. And while Vindicare was still most likely would be sitting in his base repairing his Tiger for, yeah, maybe even minutes.
Yeah, it would have been a very, very tough situation. Well, these 2 players put on a great show for us today, a short and sweet one. So thanks guys for watching. Do leave us a comment and we will see you next time.
See you guys.